The Healthcare Security Cast is sponsored by 3D Network Technology. Reliability is our core value. Visit www.3dnetworktechnology.com. And by Genetec, delivering security strategies for healthcare. Visit Genetec, that's GENETEC.com. And by the Change Execution Group. Visit 360lifetransformations.com. Before we get into today's show, I want to invite you to connect with the Healthcare Security Cast on a new platform. It's a text-based platform called Community. To join, all you have to do is text my community number, and that number is 647-372-2042. That number again is 647-372-2042. The first message is automated. It's just to get you set up and added into the system. Everything after that will be direct engagement with me. This platform will allow you to stay up to date on everything that we're doing on the Healthcare Security Cast, as well as engage with me one-on-one. Also, as we move forward, there'll be other opportunities to connect with study groups and special interest groups. Your information is kept private, and you can opt out at any time by simply texting STOP. Again, to join, just text JOIN to 647-372-2042. That's 647-372-2042. Right now, text messages can only be received from Canada and the U.S.
Welcome to the Healthcare Security Cast, the podcast dedicated to healthcare security, safety, and emergency management. If you are involved with a healthcare security program or desire to be, this podcast is for you. Join the conversation as we discuss the issues that matter to healthcare security professionals while leveraging the expertise of healthcare security thought leaders and experts in personal development. And now, here's your host, Brian Hamilton.
Welcome to the Healthcare Security Cast for Monday, August the 31st. Today, I'm joined by IAHSS Executive Director, Virginia Pentracosta. Virginia, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, Brian.
Yeah, you're very welcome. And I always like to start off every show by asking about our guest. So I'm going to ask the loaded question. Who is Virginia Pentracosta?
Well, Brian, I'm the Executive Director for IAHSS, the International Association for Security and Safety. And I've been in association management for more than 20 years. I've worked at a few other associations, and I'm excited to talk to you today. Thank you again for having me. And I just want to say, this interview is bringing back actually a lot of great memories. I was a DJ in college on our radio station, so it's really fun to be doing this with you.
Oh, cool. Well, that's one thing I didn't know about you. So you were a DJ back in college. That's very interesting.
It was really, really a lot of fun. I was a communications major and got to be on the radio and then also on the newspaper. So it's fun.
Cool. All right. Well, I guess let's start there then. We'll talk about your experience. What have you done throughout your career and what led to you joining IAHSS?
Sure. So as I mentioned, I've got some association management experience. Some of the organizations that I worked for previously were the American Society for Healthcare Risk Management. That's part of the American Hospital Association, one of their professional membership groups. I also worked for CFA Chicago, that's the Chartered Financial Analyst Society in Chicago. And one of the great things about that opportunity is it was a local chapter. So in addition to having national association experience, I've got some local association experience also. I worked with the National Restaurant Association for 5 years, working on their Serve Safe food safety training materials. And I also worked for the United States Bowling Congress, and that's American 10-pin based out of Milwaukee. That was a great opportunity. It was my first time working for an association, and it's where I really fell in love with association work. The members were incredibly passionate about bowling. It was a hobby, it's their sport, it's how they connect with their friends. And through that, I got to see the importance that communicating and connecting came through with associations. And that's what really got me excited about associations and sent me on my path.
Awesome. So yeah, that's very diverse association experience. What was it that compelled you to join IAHSS in this role?
So while associations are different in interest, right? We've got bowling, finance, restaurants. healthcare security and safety really intrigued me. The mission of the organization is something that, is really easy to support and get behind. And the organization itself had a great reputation for being very professional. The organization has been very well managed. And the members, I did a little bit of homework before I joined the organization, and the members were just really amazing, everyone that I talked to.
Awesome. Now, the main focus for today is just to really give listeners an opportunity to get to know who you are. You're the last board member that I've been able to bring on. I guess the next thing that I would like you to share with us is just your experience so far with IAHSS. What has it been like?
I guess the first thing I want to say is that I came on in kind of a difficult time. I started the first week in Chicago when we started our stay-at-home order. So I was in the office only for a few days with the team and then remote. And I just really want to thank the board, past presidents, current members, the headquarters team for being so warm and welcoming to me. It is a crazy time for everyone, members, myself, families. It's just a little different. And everybody has been really supportive and understanding. And for that, I truly appreciate it.
That's awesome. And that's I would say that's actually a generous understatement on your part, a kind of difficult time.
Well, we're all facing it together, right? So nobody's should be alone on the island of facing the pandemic and the challenges that it's bringing to them in their career. So it's an exciting time for IAHSS to be able to deliver those benefits and services and education to our members. And it's an exciting time to be part of the organization.
Excellent. Now, I guess it's kind of obviously a little bit different than you probably anticipated when you first took the job, but just given everything that's going on. But what does a typical day look like for the executive director of IAHSS?
Well, there's a laundry list of exciting things that our members are working on. And one of the great things about association management is IHSS members are part of committees and councils, and those are really the key players and leaders that are doing the work to move IHSS forward. And the board sets a strategic plan, and the committees and councils do the supporting work to really move the industry forward. So I'm happy to touch on a few of the exciting things that we're working on now. We've got the IHSS virtual conference happening September 1st through 3rd, and that had originally planned to be our in-person conference, and the board was very supportive and agile at adapting to moving us online quickly, so we're able to still deliver those member benefits to our members, and I'm really excited about that. And our sponsors and exhibitors too have been really supportive of this virtual environment. We can't be together face-to-face, which is really disappointing, but we're able to connect online and still deliver education. So we're really excited about that. The foundation is also going to be streaming their awards ceremony live for the first time ever on Facebook. That'll be September 1st at 4 o'clock Central. So we'll have the recording up after the live as well. And it is really great to see the heroes in healthcare, security, and safety. So check that out for sure. And then a lot of great work around our progressive training, basic, advanced, and supervisor. We just launched the basic e-learning course. We're really excited about that. We're getting great feedback from people who've taken the course and the exam. So I'm really looking forward to that being built into facilities trainings. There's basic, advanced, and supervisor. It's progressive, so you can build that right into your onboarding if you want for your department or facility, and it's really a great aspect.
All right. So it looks like you have some pretty full days happening right now.
Yeah, it's great. It's all really good work. One of the things I'm also really proud of is we launched the chapter leader library for our local chapters to have additional resources always at their fingertips. They can go on there and find everything in one place. That's wonderful. And something that I worked with Roy Williams, our president, on is the Wall of Remembrance. And I would encourage anyone who would like to check that out. It is on our website at ihss.org/Wall of Remembrance. And it's a really special place on the website where we are recognizing previous leaders in security and safety in the healthcare community for their dedication, and also recognizing them after they've passed. So if anyone would like to recognize someone, I invite them to please submit someone for our Wall of Remembrance.
Okay. And just for anybody listening who may not be familiar with it, How do they access that? How do they submit a recognition request?
No problem. Right on the webpage at the bottom, there's a link and you can just submit it right in. We ask for the name, the organization, and then a link to an obituary or a press release from the organization, something, and then we'll share that information on the Wall of Remembrance and with all of our members.
Awesome. Great initiative. Now, as someone who's new to the association, what has been the most surprising part of just, I guess, of how we do things since you got started?
I'd have to say the genuine and true warmness of all of the members and the board. I just think about all the members that are dealing with the pandemic in their facility, emergencies that are happening all the time, every day, and yet they're on calls with their committees and councils and me, and they're super warm. They're willing to contribute. They're really willing to help fellow members. I hear all the time, oh, let me call you about that. Oh, I have information. I can get that to you. Let me shoot it off to you in an email. I just think with all the pressures and stress that our members are facing every day in their facilities, to have that outgoing warmness to other members is really just amazing. And I love it.
Awesome. All right. I guess the next question I have for you then is, what excites you most about the direction of the association moving forward?
I'm really excited that the association has a great blend of membership, training, education, and events. We're going to be facing some new challenges in 2021 that we don't even know what they are yet based on the pandemic and the financial impact that it's having on our members. So I'm excited at what these new opportunities are going to bring. There's going to be a lot of creativity in ways that we deliver member benefits and services. And I'm also excited that our virtual events are going to give us an opportunity to connect with more international members in a new and exciting way.
Awesome. Now, I guess that kind of segues well to the next question. What can we expect to see from you over the next few months?
I think I would like to just say for sure that our members continue to deliver great thought leadership and education through the councils and committees. And I'm expecting IHSS to continue to deliver those to our members. We've got planning underway for our 2021 events, excuse me. We're looking at both virtual and in person for 2021. And we're also looking at how this is going to impact our international members, increasing membership in those areas and giving them a new opportunity to contribute in ways they haven't been able to before. We're also looking at how we can support the CHPA designation. And that's something that I'm really excited about. The CHPA designation is really an elite designation for our healthcare professionals, and we want to develop a clear path for preparation so that if you're considering pursuing the designation, there is a clear path for how you can help prepare to pass that exam. So we're really excited about putting additional resources around that. And then we're also looking at how we can provide more career support for our members. We know that the pandemic and the economy is challenging right now. So we're looking at what we can do around supporting the careers of our members.
Excellent. Now, is there anything that I haven't asked you yet that you would like to discuss?
I think one of the great aspects of IHSS is the training that it provides. And we've got basic, advanced, and supervisor training. We just recently launched the basic training as an e-online course. And we also have the ability to have these trainings installed on the LMS of hospital and healthcare systems. So if you want to integrate that training into your department, one of the ways you can do that is by licensing it and having it installed directly onto your LMS, which makes it a lot easier and accessible and more cost effective. So that's one thing I'd like to share with members that they're looking at their team and figuring out how they want to develop it for the future, but also, keeping an eye on costs going forward. That's one of the things I would strongly recommend they check out.
Awesome. As we wrap up, do you have a closing message for the Healthcare Security Cast community?
I think I'd really like to thank the IHSS Search Committee, the board, past presidents, members, sponsors, exhibitors, for their support of not only myself, but the organization during this time. And I'd also really like to thank our members. Healthcare security, safety, and emergency management leaders are working every day in their facilities to do work that is critically important. They're protecting the community's most vulnerable populations. and they're doing it with the highest level of professionalism. These are really difficult times, and I applaud the work that they're doing.
Awesome. Now, if we have questions about bowling, DJing, or healthcare, how do we connect with Virginia Pentracosta?
I'm on LinkedIn, and so just check me out on there. You can connect there, and of course, you can visit the IAHSS website. My contact information is right there, and you can drop me an email.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for your time today. It was nice getting to know a little bit more about you, and I'm sure the listeners can say the same.
Thank you, Brian.
And this concludes another episode of the Healthcare Security Cast. Tune in to the next episode, where we're joined by Jeff Young. Thank you for supporting the Healthcare Security Cast and being downloaded over 4,000 times in 40 countries. I hope everyone's taken the time to enjoy the IAHSS ACNE this week. And until next time, stay safe and take care.